Hi there and welcome to the video. No, just kidding. Alright guys, this is going to be my 9th episode of Q&A. A lot of people asked me to use Battlefield 4, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some Battlefield 4 gameplay. I don't know if it's all going to be one map. I'm going to record the gameplay after this. Not very efficient, but it's going to have to work. Anyways guys, let's jump right into the questions. We didn't have as many this time, so it's going to be shorter, but that's perfectly fine with me. Let's go. Question numero uno comes from Elias Awi Amar. He says, I want to ask if you can come to EU to play with me. I really enjoy that. I can try. I'm not too familiar with how to play EU from North America, but I can definitely look into it for you. I remember trying a long time ago and it's just kind of overwhelming. I've heard it's really easy, but I honestly just have no idea. I can do my best though. And he says, can you make videos with other people? That would be nice. And I've actually been looking into that a little bit lately. I definitely looked into it more in the past. But I can see if anyone wants to make a video with me if you want. Thanks for the question. The second question comes from Ermilo Magoza. He says, do they sell milk in jugs where you live? They do. They also sell them in cartons. And I'm not too sure why you're asking this, but I think they sell milk in bags somewhere. I'm not too sure where that is, but I remember seeing a picture of it. It's kind of weird. Next question comes from Tico Killer 15. He says, are you going to play Extraction? Now, I want to play Extraction, but I signed up for the beta and they sent me an email saying, alright, wait for your code, and I was all excited because I thought they sent me my code, but they're like, alright, now it's time to wait for your code, and I haven't gotten anything back. So I want to play Extraction, but at this point I don't think I can. Nate Chong says, what is your playstyle? Competitive, rusher, camper, or sniff? It depends on the mood I'm in. If I just feel like sniping and playing for like a short amount of time, I'll probably just sit back with a sniper rifle and camp. But for the most part, I am a rusher regardless of what weapon I'm using. I'll bring like an L96A1 or like a UMP or something like that. And then if I'm playing late at night or early in the morning, even like 3 AM, 2 AM, and I'm just kind of sugar high or I've had too much coffee or something, and I'll probably be an asshole and use remote explosives and claymores and stuff like Sniff. Thank you for the question, Nate. Next up, we have Viscount with a volume of questions. He says, first of all, did you miss my questions? Indeed I did. Next, he says, do you prefer penguins or kittens? Probably penguins. Waddle around. Kittens are adorable, don't get me wrong, but
that's pretty lame.
Look at a penguin waddling around on the ice. It's fucking adorable. What is your dream girl or guy? Wow, that caught me off guard. I didn't really expect that. Usually I read the questions beforehand, but I didn't this time. I feel like that could be its own video, so I'm gonna skip past that and read the next one, which is, are you going to do another Getting to Know Widow episode? I will. I've had a bunch of topics sort of in mind to do that, but a lot of them are a little bit too personal, and it's kind of a bad time in my personal life to be sharing any of that, so I'll definitely try and find something sort of moderately personal that I can share with you guys. Do you think that all Disney movies hide something sinister? I wouldn't say sinister. Some hide something sinister, but they all hide something. I mean, they'll hide like characters from other Disney movies inside one Disney movie as like plush toys on a shelf. But there are definitely little Easter eggs, if you will, in Disney movies. I mean, some have a pretty dark message, but there are definitely hidden things, whatever way you look at it. Next question is, would you rather give away your current wealth to people you know and love, or billions to random faceless charities? Probably billions to random faceless charities, because I really don't have any wealth at this time, and I'd probably give in $5 bills to everybody, and I don't think that would be a life-changing amount of money for any of them. Next he asks, are you sure you don't want to work for me so I can stay home and play with my daughter? I never know how to take these questions. I am positive that I don't want to work for you because I have no idea how far away you live, and I currently am employed already and going to school, so I'm a little bit busy. And he asks next, Coke or Pepsi? That's funny, my mom loves Coca-Cola and my dad loves Pepsi. It's a little torn. I enjoy I drink Pepsi when I'm with my dad, and when I'm with well, I used to drink Coke when I was with my mom, but I just don't like Coke anymore. It leaves a really gross, like fuzzy feeling on my teeth. I can't really deal with it. And he says Sprite or 7-Up. I do like the taste of 7-Up better, but I have Sprite a lot more. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I get hiccups from Sprite almost like every fucking time I drink it, so I'm gonna have to go with 7-Up on that one. And wireless versus wired. For convenience, I'd say wireless, but in terms of response time, like with a keyboard and a mouse and internet, I would definitely go with wired. And he says, what is the best weapon for Zeds? For Zeds, I don't know what Zeds are. If you explain that question in the comment section below on this video, I might be able to answer it, but I have no idea. Anyway, Viscount, I appreciate the questions. You filled up this video better than anybody else did, so much appreciated, friend. The next question is from Shadow Gremory. He says, are YouTubers self-centered? Now, it's hard to say. I mean, to some YouTubers, like the bigger YouTubers, they have a reason to kind of feel this sense of entitlement to the interwebs, but I think it's just as likely for a YouTuber to be self-centered as it is a regular person. It'd be unfair to say they all are, but there are definitely some out there. That's an interesting question. I'm always interested to see the questions you have, because you kind of have to stop and think about them. It's not just like a straight answer, which leads me to, if you want to leave another question on this video, go for it, because I really enjoy answering your questions. But the answer would be some are, some aren't. It's just like regular people. Now, last but certainly not least, CODPK2, who I actually took most of the inspiration from to make a Battlefield 4 video, says, Battlefield or Call of Duty? This is a good question to end on. It's also a good question to make a whole video for, but I guess I could probably do that another time. He says, which one in terms of fun is better for you? Now, on a regular basis, like in terms of like jumping on and playing for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes and having fun, that's probably Call of Duty, because I can jump in, run and gun, do really well in like 1 or 2 rounds really easily, and get off and be satisfied. With Battlefield, I have rounds where I go like 1 in 15, and then I have rounds where I go 15 in 1. It's a toss-up. Like, Battlefield, in the long run, when I do well, is much more satisfying. But Call of Duty, I can have fun pretty much every single time, but if I play it too much, then it's not fun because it's too easy and I'm way too used to it. So, Call of Duty in small doses, I would say, is equivalent to Battlefield 4, or Battlefield in general, all the time. So, I can play Battlefield constantly, and Call of Duty I can play little bits at a time. I can't really say either one is more fun, because they both sort of, they both weigh in pretty well. I hope I answered your question well, I did to the best of my ability. I hope it's satisfying to you, because I really can't come up with an answer leaning to either side. Anyways, guys, that just about concludes the 9th episode of my Q&A. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and stay tuned for later videos. Peace.